Alright, today's issue is sound, so sound shall be today's issue. More specifically, how do I mount this fuzzy microphone on this motorcycle in a way that the sound of the bike doesn't get drowned out by the noise of the wind? Alright, let's see if we can figure something out. I got a couple ideas. One thing I got going for me though is that it's kind of a stripped down cafe racer style bike. So I have these things there and no airbox. So down inside of here behind the electrics and between the electrics and the battery is a pretty decent amount of space. So let's open that up and check it out. So popping that seat open reveals a nice big area down here and a pretty decent surface on this fender to maybe mount that microphone. So what my plan is to drill a hole in that fender, put a bolt through it that will thread into the bottom of the microphone mount. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. Alright, this is the bolt we're going to run. Let's see if we can find a good spot to drill a hole that we can actually reach. That'll be good enough. It's gonna be tricky. I don't want to have to take off the rear tire. Yeah, don't quite have enough room. Alright, that worked. See if that works. Alright, here's our test of setup 1. Hopefully this works out pretty good. But I have a feeling that there's still going to be a little too much wind noise in there, and we might have to think about some shielding or something. So let's try this out and see if it works. Alright, so that was yesterday's setup. We mounted the fuzzy mic down in the hole where the airbox used to be on the 550. And that worked pretty good. It actually worked better than I had anticipated as far as wind noise goes. It cut down on the wind noise a whole lot. I expected a lot more of a whooshing sound, but it did really well in that respect. There was a lot of noise from what I believe was the chain, though, and it was a little overpowering at points, and it's something that I'd like to cut down on. So we got a few more options we're going to try today, one of which is go back to this mic and mount it in different places, try to get it out of the wind, perhaps even go as far as to build a small enclosure that goes around it to break the wind, perhaps doing the same thing for the fuzzy mic in the airbox area if this doesn't work out. So we got options. We're going to test them out and see what we can come up with. With that too, we got to introduce Finn the Moto Dog. He's our little punk rock terror. He's not too sure about being up here on the desk at the moment. What are you thinking, dude? Alright, first setup I'm going to run. I'm going to hook this back here, call this the butt mic. See how this works. So clipping the mic to the back of my jacket isn't quite catching what I want to and seems to be drowned out by wind noise pretty quickly. Not to mention some noise from the jacket rubbing on the mic. So this one's a fail. Let's try something else. Alright, I'm going to switch positions. Put this inside of my coat, see how that sounds. So clipping the mic on the inside of my jacket picked up the noise of the bike really well. It sounded really good until you notice the pops and crackles that come from the mic rubbing on the inside of my jacket. So this one again seems to be a fail. Let's try one more before we head home. Alright, this is as good a place as any to stop and try another mic position. This time we're going to try to hook it somewhere back here. Let's see where it'll reach. Not quite to that helmet holder, but look at that right there. Alright. See how that does. and you hear a couple of little noises here and there. Old bikes always have some sort of noise to them, but I've put a few miles on it now since I've got it back on the road, and so I think it's probably a good idea to go through everything, especially everything that I've touched, and tighten it all up, make sure that nothing falls off. So that's what we're going to be doing. Found something. Look at this. I bet those might be making a little bit of noise. So I think I need to find something, some sort of spacer to take up some of that room, because that bolt goes all the way that bolt goes all the way through. So let's go find a spacer. So there's a little peg here. It must help orient the foot peg or something, or hold a spring or something. So this won't fit on there. And also on the other side there's this little lip from the tube that I don't think will allow it to sit flat. So instead we're going to go with a nut as a spacer for now. So put that over there, put this good washer here. I'm gonna put this washer, this nut, this washer, and this nut. All right. So that should help a little. All right, I guess we'll run the fuel out and put the new float bowl seal on that carb that's still leaking just a little bit. So try to take care of as much as we can today. road, so I had to put a little back in the float bolt. We'll start her up and let it run out though. The one had come off. Awesome. Again, we'll put the tank back on. Carbs should be pretty well drained, but I would trust them, huh? Alright, very good. Alright, last project of the day. My number one carb's been leaking because the float bowl gasket needs to be replaced. Goodness. All right. Yeah, that sucker is nasty. So out comes a wire brush and a screwdriver to try to get all the gunk off the float bowl in the bottom of the carburetor. It's a tedious job, but to get it to seal right, you gotta do it. Now in all actuality, I really need to do all 4 carbs, but one kit was almost $20, so I decided I'm just gonna do one for now and deal with the rest down the road, when the kits are probably gonna be $40, so yay. Now it seems like the O-ring that you get with this kit should be molded to fit the bottom of the float bowl, but it's not. It's just a simple round O-ring. So it was a real pain to get on there. I had to get half of it set in the groove as best as I could, and then tighten the screws down, and then work around the gap with a thin screwdriver to push the O-ring into the groove of the float bowl as I tightened it down. It wasn't easy, but it looks like I got it, and it's been holding fuel, so it was worth it. But man, it wasn't easy. That's going to do it for this one. I'm going to get this bike back together and put it away because it looks like another thunderstorm's about to roll in. I'm also going to work on this mic setup a little bit more and get that sound figured out. Consider subscribing to my little channel. I'm your old friend B, and this is Honda Boy Floyd. Hope to see you next time.